So, if you guys would like to introduce yourself and what your role is in the band.
My name's Brandon, and I play guitar and do vocals. And
I'm Chris Paul. I drum in the band. We both actually actively write the music. It's kind of like a give and take. We both write equally. It's not just like he writes a riff and then I write a drum piece. It actually goes both ways. Like we write together. It's pretty awesome.
So, who came up with the band name?
it kind of came from my girlfriend. It wasn't an idea for a band. She was telling me about, so we're a two-piece straight edge band.
Mm-hmm.
For people who don't know about straight edge, it is a lifestyle where you abstain from, alcohol, tobacco, drugs. So pre-prohibition era, there was a lady literally named, she changed her name to Carrie, middle initial A Nation, because she was, in her mind, like carrying a nation forward is what she was like her thing. And she would go to bars with a hatchet and like destroy the bar, which is kind of straight edge.
If I'm angry.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of straight edgy, and it sounded pretty cool, and it just kind of fit into what we were doing, and it fits our vibe pretty well too.
Where are you guys located?
So I actually live in Iowa City, Iowa right now. It's about an hour and a half from Keokuk, where he lives.
I hate asking this question. It bothers me a lot, but if you had to classify yourself as a genre, what genre of music would you be? I hate it. I hate this question with a passion.
We get that asked a lot, and even we're like, hey, what are we?
Anytime somebody asks me recently, I've just been saying, oh, we're Iowa Angered, which doesn't mean anything. But it's a noise-driven hardcore punk, I guess you could say, with a lot of like feedback and almost mathy parts too.
Yeah, a lot of people, when they say that, after a lot of shows, Rubio always comes up to me and he's always like, we really just need to start calling ourselves an experience. Because that's what a lot of people are like, what? Every time they see us. So we're like, we're an experience.
So how long have you guys known each other, and how did you guys meet?
Shit.
Oh, that's a tough one.
So, known of each other for 10 years now.
Yeah.
There used to be a music venue in Keokuk called Music at the Mall.
Mm-hmm.
And we both frequented a lot. That's where we originally, I guess, met. We didn't really interact with each other a lot.
Didn't talk. It was just like, if we met each other, we met each other in the pit, and even then, it wasn't
just kind of like, hey, what's up? And
yeah, hey, elbow to the face, right?
After that venue closed, I probably didn't see you for like 2 or 3 years.
It wasn't until you came in.
Yeah, I came in looking for a tattoo. We're in a tattoo studio right now. He's a tattoo artist.
Mm-hmm.
I came looking for a tattoo, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't know you worked here. And we just kind of started hanging out from there, and then
it actually also was pretty cool because he came in wanting a straight edge tattoo, and I was like, oh man, are you edge? And he like was kind of hesitant, like, yeah. And I was like, dude, so am I. He's like, oh my god, that's fucking awesome. So it kind of went from there. And then one day it was just like, oh, you play too, like, you want to jam? Like, here's my address, here's my phone number. He came over and jammed a couple times, but it was kind of like one of those, like, we didn't know what we were going to do with like jamming. And then it just like started coming and hanging out a lot more at the shop at my house. And then we just like kind of built it into a lot of like real togetherness. Really, he even like crashed at my house that I'm living at now and was living with me for a while. And we like developed the band more from there, just like practicing in my basement. At that point, we really didn't even have anything. We just started like just playing, and then it totally developed into like what we have now. But like known each other for like 10 years, real good buds for like
4 or 5, and then a band for like 2 years now.
Yeah,
I guess actually, fuck,
3.
Oh, no, 3 actually.
Yeah.
So do you guys currently have a record label, or are you currently independent?
We're independent and very DIY.
Very DIY.
We've recorded an EP demo twice.
I'm just gonna get out of frame.
Kind of left it there.
Mm-hmm.
and haven't really released anything up till now, partly because our sound has evolved a lot, and there's songs that like we still play that are completely different from when we first wrote them. We are planning though on releasing a tape very soon, within the next probably month. Finally, that'll have all of our tracks on it and everything.
Finally,
And it's something that we're gonna do like all ourselves recording. We'll do a live recording and then on the tapes.
Yeah.
So, out of the places that you guys have performed, what was your favorite venue?
Oh, man, Springville, Iowa. We played this thing called Sick Nasty, which was far from Fearless. That's where we met them, or at least where I met them. Brandon had already been talking to Colton for a while before we even got there. But I think that was probably one of my favorite shows, and it was actually on my birthday too. So I've never played a show on my birthday until then, and it was just a fun experience. But like it was outside, and there were 10 bands.
Yeah, there was like 10 bands. It was outside. The crowd was like really interactive. It was really, I think that would probably be top show for sure. So Sick Nasty, it was that 2016.
Yeah, it was 2016. Yeah, so it was just last September, and if not that, I hate to be biased on our venue, but when we play here, it's just the crowd really, like, it pumps you up. Our crowd always just, because there's nothing to do in Keokuk, and it's terrible. So when people come out to music, they show a lot of love and support, and they really get down, and they just love your style no matter what you're playing. So it's really awesome, and I think that would probably be like a number 2 to me, always playing local. But even in Iowa City too, like it's so hard to say because we've played Gabe's in Iowa City, and
that Rig Time show.
That's exactly what I was about to say. The Rig Time show we had, because it's in a bar and we're on like the ground floor, and it's really like a very narrow place. So when you get like people like throwing down and moshing in a bar while they're drinking and stuff, it's like, it's kind of funny to see. Like just the energy from that show. That Rig Time show was fucking awesome. I still have to say probably the Sick Nasty show was my favorite. It's just seamless, bands on and off. Everybody was super like supportive of every single band and genre. It's literally like, you can just listen to us and figure it out for yourself. We don't know. We just don't know. Yeah.
So who usually writes your music?
Definitely like both of us. With the distance between us, I'd say probably the last 4 or 5 songs that we've written are through Instagram. I'll send him like a 10-minute or a 10-second clip of like a guitar riff, and then he'll send me a drum part back, and then we'll just kind of go from there. And then,
or vice versa.
Maybe once a month we'll actually get together and we'll just finish up the song there. So the time and working and staying real busy does kind of make it hard to have like a consistent practice together.
It's very hard. It's very, very hard.
So what advice do you guys have for people who want to be in a band but are too scared to go out and do it?
That's a hard one. I mean, like, because I've been there.
You same.
And like, without trying to sound insensitive, if it's something you want to do, suck it up and do it. Like, it's hard at first, but like if you have a passion and you really want to do it, there are people that are going to share that passion with you and help you.
It's really hard, especially if you're like an antisocial person. Go to shows, introduce yourself, make yourself known that you play a certain instrument. Also play all the time, you know, practice all the time, because I mean, it's not that hard to devote an hour a day. Just pick up the guitar. It's like, I say the same thing about drawing. Just put an hour a day into it, you know? Like, just diddle. It doesn't you don't have to be playing a song. Just like diddle around and then make a riff and like farm that riff for a song. And then, you know, just go meet people, you know, like kind of network yourself, sell yourself on like playing instruments, and, you know, become friends with people, and eventually you'll just start jamming with people and like make a band.
You got to grind it out. Like, it's really hard to socialize. That's always something I've had a huge problem with. But once you like start grinding it out and you're showing that passion, somebody's going to notice that, and somebody's going to want to be part of that or help you in some way.
So what can you guys tell me about your guys' instruments? Will you only pick out one brand, or will you use anything?
Anything.
Really anything. I mean, if it fits for us, you know, like anything at all.
We're not.
It's about the music. It's not about like this anything.
Oh, yeah, I've just met some bands that like they're just particular to one brand rather than anything.
It kind of comes into like play with that. I feel like that kind of like DIY thing that it's just like whatever we can get our hands on, we're gonna roll with it.
Straight up.
I will say I don't like playing Ibanez guitars, so that's something I won't play.
Yeah.
But
I have one. He hates it.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, right now I've been using for I think the entirety one of his guitars right now. That's kind of pieced together.
Oh, it's a Frankenstein guitar.
It had some mods done to it and just kind of hanging in there.
Duct tape. Duct tape fixes everything. Did we
have duct tape?
Yeah,
we had duct tape.
My strap off one time, so I just had to duct tape it on real quick.
Yeah, it was. That was actually. I think that guitar is probably just perfect for the sound of us, and it's a super cheap guitar. I bought it for like $100 back in like 2008 when I graduated high school. And it's just been beat up, knocked around. There was one show I played with it. My mom put it on. Like I handed it to my mom. My mom put the strap on, and she put it on to her. The strap was like kind of loose, and it just fell and dropped at the venue, and like made this horrible sound. And even then, I was like, it's whatever. It's $100. So like it was just like, and that guitar has gone through so much. It's had its guts ripped out. It's like been thrown, dropped, and I'm just like, it's whatever, you know. I try to give him like crap about it, like, hey, but I'm like, I'd probably do the same thing. So like, and my kit is just beat to shit. So yeah, it's really whatever we can get our hands on. Nothing cares as long as it works.
So how can fans to be gain access to your music?
So like I said, we're going to be releasing a tape here very shortly. We do have a Facebook, and once the tracks are finished, we'll have a Bandcamp, and there'll be a link on our Facebook to it.
Okay.
It'll be free for download. That's always how we've done music. If you want the music, we want you to have it.
Yeah.
We'll have physical tapes too that we'll make ourselves, and we'll probably sell those for a couple bucks just for the actual physical side of it.
Yeah, and just to make our money back, I guess, from buying tapes.
Yeah.
Like we're not about like, we want to make like $400 from making this. It's like, no, it's like we just kind of want to make our money back. Like,
well, we have a couple live videos on our Facebook page as well.
So what is your favorite part of being in a band?
Oh man, playing music. Just playing music.
It's always been a really nice outlet for me to, I work like a full-time job, and it's like, it's something that I really enjoy, and I can, put my feelings in from the week, or, if I'm, been sitting around working all day and I want to like move around and do something. It's just a really nice outlet to be yourself and express yourself. And that's the thing. That's my favorite part. Meeting new people too is really fun.
Oh man, yeah, dude, meeting new people. I have no problem meeting bands. I love meeting bands and chatting with them. Like a lot of people that I know that are in bands are people that are just like us. Like a lot of social outcast kids, that like when you meet them, you're like, oh my God, I would have hung out with you in high school. And like, but definitely an outlet. We get real heavy and hard when we play, and it's an emotional outlet.
So what is the hardest part of being in a band?
Writing.
I just think it takes a lot of work. Not music wise, but like grinding it out to book yourself shows, or book a show that you can play on, or find people, just finding people who want to go to the show and promoting the show. I think that's the hardest part. Like I said, with the drive, I'm I'm on the road a lot. Coming back and forth from Iowa City and Keokuk, also heading to shows. I'm in another band that plays some shows too. So I'm like always like if I'm not at work and I'm not at home spending time with my girlfriend and my cats, it's music, and it's just putting all that time into music. And I think that can be hard to like, because when you have like a passion for something, it's almost hard to not lose yourself in that passion, where you could lose yourself without the passion, but also like you could, I don't know if that makes any sense. But
Yeah,
like,
it does. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. The hard part about being in a band is maintaining a band. But writing for me is like really hard. Well, I guess writing for this band is hard because maintaining that intensity with each song for what we are, because of what we were talking about before, being an emotional outlet. Maintaining that's pretty hard. But specifically for this band, like maintaining it with practicing shows, all that stuff is really, we have a very hard schedule to work around.
What is your favorite memory with the band so far?
oh man, I don't know. I feel like that's a hard one too. We just played a show in Burlington, Iowa, at a venue, and there was just some people not being cool to other people, and that's not something like that we're cool with.
No.
Especially when like the person you're not being cool to maybe doesn't have the means to stop you not being cool. So we spoke up, and things got almost out of hand. We almost got kicked out of the venue and stuff.
Yeah,
but, I mean, someone's got to do it. Someone's got to stand up against what's not right. Which I guess that's not my favorite memory, but it's also one of my favorite memories.
Yeah. Well, it was a very proud moment watching Rubio just like, hey, like it was just like stand up. It was pretty awesome. I guess probably, favorite memory is probably going back to that same venue that we played, that I said my favorite venue to play, my favorite show that we played was the Sick Nasty. The camaraderie of every single band. I've never been to a show, a local show put on by just us nobodies, that seamlessly each band played on time. And every band was helping take down gear, put the gear up, and this is the first time we ever met these people, and they're letting us hold their like $1,000 instruments and taking them down, and like help them put stuff up, and just getting all the bands going like super fast and seamless. That was so like heartwarming to me. That was probably one of my favorite memories. But also just the other day, that show was just.
I also really enjoy the post show drive, where it's after the show, we're exhausted, we're heading back home, and just like that long drive in the dark and just like reminiscing on the show and the bands we saw and how we thought we did, and be like, hey man, you fucked up there, and like that's always fun.
Yeah,
so.
I'm the same on that. That's like awesome. Every post show is like my favorite show. Like that's awesome. I never even thought about that.
I really enjoy that.
The commute.
Do you guys have any last words?
Hey, just wanted to thank you for having us. It's really, really fun. It's supposed to happen a long time ago, but the first time we hit you up was right when we were also starting a music venue and like starting to play more shows. So things got crazy, but we were really stoked to do this. And also, like I said, we haven't formally released any music yet, but within the next month, we're planning on having something out. So just keep an eye out for that on our Facebook page.
Absolutely.
Probably going to release like a little video with it as well. We're playing a show in Keokuk with a couple semi-local bands, Closet Witch, Rig Time, and Beyond Peace, which are all kind of in the area, except Rig Time is from Wisconsin. So if you do catch this and you're in an area to drive, Keokuk, Iowa at the Hole, it's going to be a sick show.
It's going to be really fun.
But other than that, just, keep in on us once in a while, and hopefully we'll be able to keep doing us, and whoever you are will enjoy it.
If you do happen to see this video, like and share it, not for us, but for the lady
Yeah.
Jessie giving us the interview.
Bands
Like,
411. That's
yes,
what's up.
yes, definitely like share this video, and it's not for us, it's for you. Like,
Yeah,
what you're doing for local bands means a lot to us because being the DIY people that we are, we absolutely love that you gave this interview for us.
Yeah, and
So.
watch the rest of the interviews too, because you got a lot of really cool interviews on your page and on your YouTube.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Thank you so much for watching this video with Carrie X Nation. Please go check them out in the links down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more amazing content. Bye, guys!